Hi Capricorn, welcome to your horoscope. Capricorn, this is the part of a series of 2020 and beyond videos that I'm doing. These videos are focused on longer term trends that will have an impact on you. This specific video will focus on a transit that is happening on 21st of December when Saturn and Jupiter are meeting each other in the zodiac sign of Aquarius, and they will be starting a new cycle of prosperity. They will be starting a new cycle of structure of our material growth for all signs. We'll focus in this video on how that will impact on you. Why we are speaking about it right now is because Sun is right now shining the light on the very same part of your life where Saturn and Jupiter will be meeting on 21st of December to start a new structure of your material abundance. So there will be certain new initiations which will be happening in the month of February, which will become firmer as the year progresses, with the culmination towards 21st of December 2020 in your season, when we will be starting this new cycle, the new possibility of structure of our material world. In February, we will be having certain new seeds being sown, so it is a period when we may not see what will it pan out as, but certain initial ideas, certain initial shifts will happen. Then on 21st of March, on summer solstice, when Saturn, your ruler, will also be moving to this part of your chart, you will start creating the structure of this part of your life. And this will culminate into Jupiter moving into the very same part of this life in December, expanding your material abundance, expanding this part of your life, launching a new possibility, a new way of being when it comes to your material world. And the part of your chart which all of these planets will be concentrated on is your material worth. It is your resources, your self-worth, your net worth. So Capricorn, as a sign, you have the gift. You have the gift as well as the possibility as well as the chance to innovate the way you make money, becoming a part of material prosperity of the world, whereby you define certain new ways of creating resources. The assets of the material value that you would be creating would be unique in nature. It would be different in nature. And you would start the process of that starting this month in February. You would already be seeing there will be a lot of focus on your disposable income. There will be focus on your desires. There will be focus on new opportunities of material growth that might be coming your way. You would be looking to invest in yourself. You'll be looking to invest possibly in an asset at this time. You will be looking to streamline your finances, have budget, have realistic goals, having a plan around how you want your material wealth, how you want your resources to pan out over longer period of time. When we have sun shining in this part of our life, which it is doing in February 2020, we find a new sense of self, or at least we try to find a new sense of self. We want to feel good about ourselves. We want to feel good about where we stand in terms of our financial standing. Both the material wealth as well as the self-worth become a focus. You want to invest in your self-growth. You want to invest in yourself. You want to enhance your self-esteem. We are more in touch with our own senses. There is an approach to our life that shifts in terms of how we handle our resources, how we handle our five senses, how do we feed our body, how do we feed our self-worth. There's a fresh start in worthiness, in valuing ourselves, in finding new ways of increasing our income. It could be through investing in a resource. It could be in investing in a skill set that will yield you value over a longer period of time. And that process might be just initiating right now. Because when Saturn will move in this part of your chart from 21st of March, and Saturn is your ruler, so it defines the very structure of your life. When it will start focusing on this part of your life, you will have the self-discipline to create independent sources of income that can last you for a long period of time. Saturn will give you the discipline as well as the tools to work on creating your financial wealth, which will be stable, which will be long term, which will be methodical in the way you approach it. You'll be approaching your financial abundance in a structured fashion. Saturn makes us get back on our feet. It makes us independent in the very area of our life it touches. So, if it touches your finances and your self worth, it makes you work on your self worth, in your self value, how you value yourself, what kind of talents you have, what kind of value you're deriving out of your talents. It will help you create the structure of creating wealth in a longer period of time from your personal assets. Or it will help you have the self discipline to work on your personal assets to make them more valuable in the world. You'll be defining a new self worth. You'll be strengthening your inner core to become more financially viable. It will make you more rational, even more rational in your financial decisions. It will teach you how to make big wealth. It will teach you how to take care of your assets, what kind of assets you should be investing in that will yield much more value to the money that you put in, creating value out of the money you already have, creating value out of the personal assets you already have, creating value out of the physical assets you already have, creating value out of your body, creating a body which is valuable because our own body is a resource as well. So, strengthening our body by taking care of what we put inside it, what we eat. So, your diet, your eating habits will undergo dramatic amount of shift as well when Saturn will come here. It creates a discipline within our body, within our soul, to take care of the resources we have so it can make you independent. And then when Jupiter enters this part of your chart in December 2020, it will help you expand your resources because you have created some preliminary structure of how and when your wealth is supposed to come from. What are the sources of your wealth? What kind of assets you have streamlined? What kind of material assets you have sort of decided that will be source of your income going forward? What kind of investments in the market you have shortlisted? Jupiter will help you expand the outcome, expand the result of those investments. It will give you opportunity of financial gains, expansion in personal resources as well as your physical resources, and the emotional strength, the self-worth, which will help you drive more value out of your talents, asking more for what you have, asking more for what you have in terms of your talents. Hope, enthusiasm, and faith comes when Jupiter moves in this part of our chart, starting from December for you, but the year would be spent in figuring out the structure of it. You will be evaluating new sources of income. You will be evaluating new experiences that will give you more confidence, that will enhance the value of your skill set. You'll be looking at new skill sets because Jupiter makes you go into expanded set of experience that give you appreciation of your value. It will put you in positions which will help you value yourself more. And currently, the way this will pan out, in my view, would be that you would be looking at new ways. What kind of new resources I can invest in? How do I spend? What are my survival instincts? How do I feed my body? Can I survive without the support of others? How am I dependent on others? What is my relationship when it comes to finances and self-worth to others? How do I value myself independent of the feedback coming from the other people? What are my comfort issues? What kind of security issues, material affairs issues that I face right now? What you have and what you don't have, what makes you comfortable, what makes you value yourself more, what ideas you can take to the bank, so as to speak, what are the next investment ideas, what are the brilliant ideas, what are the out of the box ideas that are coming to you right now where you can invest in futuristic resources that will yield you value over a longer period of time. There is a desire to be more in terms of your self-worth and net worth during this period of time, which will help you bring about shifts in that direction. Because Capricorn, you have Aquarius in your second house. When we have Aquarius in our second house, we have the innate possibility of sudden changes in our monetary status. But we have to go with a fixed and structured plan towards it. There can be a sudden rise in resources when we have planetary movement in this part of our chart, especially starting from December 2020, provided we plan for it and we go in a structured fashion for it. And when Saturn will enter this part of your chart in March, in my view, you will start creating the structure for it. So at this point in time, if there are thought processes coming, ideas coming from your friends, ideas coming from your network, ideas coming to you through you interacting with the people of influence in your network, you should look deeply into it, especially when they are connected to investment ideas. This can be very stimulating time with the imagination of mind sort of revved up, throwing sudden new ideas. Keep your heart free. Keep your heart free at this point in time, because what happens is that when Saturn comes in this area of our life, which it will come in March, and you'll start feeling it from now, we start questioning our place, our value. We start questioning our monetary value. We start questioning how worthy are the talents that I have right now. Keeping an objective outlook, sifting and sorting what skill sets will truly generate value going forward for you. Because the road to success, the next 20 years of abundance for you, Capricorn, is in creating resources, is in creating assets of material value, is in leveraging networks and causes or common themes of social and humanitarian impact and creating material value out of it. Innovation in monetary ideas, innovation in investment ideas, innovation in the kind of assets you invest in. So, the assets that you invest in have to be new technology, have to be new age, has to be some next big idea, and that next big idea can suddenly come down to you. Futuristic schemes like a space program or a new innovation lab or a social platform or a digital currency, after careful thinking through an analysis, investing in it and reaping benefit from it, reaping benefit from stocks, investing in a friend or a social cause or a philanthropy cause, because this is the nature of your house. These are the sources from which you can make money. You can make money from networks. You can make money through your connections. You can make money through humanitarian causes, the causes that have humanitarian or social impact. You can make money from innovative ideas, innovative monetary ideas, investment ideas, asset ideas, but the asset has to be futuristic, like a space program or a digital currency, one of those AI, investing and reaping benefit from investing in a unique source. There can be a sudden swing in earning as a result of you doing that. But as a sign, you do well when you go structured into something, and this house of money for you also demands structure, also demands careful analysis, careful thought through. You could be more if you network more. Your self-worth and net worth is attached very strongly with networking and with being with other people. You are more valuable if you have a wider set of network. You are more valuable when you take people along with you. You're more valuable when you go for assets that are unique in nature instead of following the crowd. You are more valuable when you create certain skill sets that are very unique, that are in line with the trends. You are more valuable when you invest in your technical capabilities. So these are some of the thought processes and ideas. There can be right now stuff that is coming through to you, which is taking you out of your comfort zone, because Uranus is making an aspect to this house as well, and it is not an easy aspect. Uranus is sitting in your house of taking risk, taking bets on yourself. It is sitting in your house of passion and joy. It wants to release the traditional way of you, of your risk appetite. So if you had as a sign, Capricorn, And I have to speak in the general sense because I don't know your chart. But as a sign, you are a conservative sign when it comes to taking chances in life in general. You are very structured about how you go about taking chances in life. Uranus comes into this part of your chart, in your part of your chart that has to deal with passions, joys, ability to take risk in life, and it is opening that chapter, transforming that part of your life, freeing you from old shackles, asking you to take a bet on yourself. So Uranus is shaking out your house of joy because it wants you to create more love, create more happiness, more joy, and it wants you to discover your childlike joy out of the things that you're doing. So you would have been seeing this in you since last year, that you want to shake things up in your life. You want to take more risk in life. You want to open up your self expression. You do not want to express yourself in a traditional fashion anymore. And it will serve you better if your self expression uses the tools and the ways which are more in line with the current with the current trends. It wants you to be unconventional in some ways. Your individuality has to shine in the way you self express yourself. It wants your innovative side to shine through, which you normally tend to keep inside you because you tend to follow the traditional route, and you want to sort of deliver something of value. When we want to deliver something of value, we look at the past trends and try to create things on trend of that. But it's asking you to go to the futuristic trend and build on those, because of which your self expression would have to be freer. And your house of joy will be freed further if you let yourself be, if you let your childlike joy shine out. It wants you to be independent. It wants you to be independent from inhibition of self expression. It wants to free you. This is also the house of giving birth to something. Uranus is a planet of sudden shifts. When it comes in our house of giving birth to things we are passionate about, it is our sort of the heart chakra. So it wants to open up our heart chakra. So when it wants to do that, you might suddenly get ideas to give birth to something that you have always been passionate about in the past, but you maybe did not have the courage to do it in the past. It will give you the confidence to build something on the basis of your innate talents that you have been gifted with, but you were following a worldly route and you were going on that route, and now it asks you to shift your perspective and release the conventional for the unconventional. So you would find that as a result of that, the passionate side of you will show up more and more. You will be wanting to do things that truly give you joy more and more. You would want to be in love relationships that sort of wake you up from within more. So, because of that, you'll meet suddenly people who sort of wake up a side of you did not know you had. Your love life would be unpredictable, unconventional, and Uranus will be here till 2026. So, most of you may have just seen a preview of what's about to come, because Uranus is just in the early degrees of it. So, only the December born Capricorn or the early degree Capricorn, especially around 24th, 25th December born Capricorn, might have fully seen the impact of Uranus being here. And it is in positive aspect with you. So, it's adding to your joy, it's adding to your confidence, it's adding to your self expression. It is making you more confident, more in it's making you more sure of yourself, to let your individuality shine in your communication, to let your individuality shine in your love relationships. It wants your true element to come out rather than you hiding behind the tradition. So you would find that your love life would be unpredictable. There can be sudden pregnancies that can happen. There can be a self-expression that you did not see before. You did not know it was there in your heart that you wanted to do this, and it would suddenly come out that, oh, I always wanted to write a book. Oh, I always wanted to do this. So there is a not so conservative side of you which will suddenly show up, and it will show up in the way you invest as well, and in the way you handle your resources as well. So there will be unconventional ways of investment, or something that is out of your comfort zone, investment ideas that are out of your comfort zone that will come up, and you will be well placed to analyze those thoroughly before investing in them. But do not ignore your impulses, do not ignore your need for freedom, do not ignore this chance that Uranus is giving you to be more free when it comes to your self expression, when it comes to your love life, when it comes to your passions, when it comes to your confidence on your own talents. give Give them a stage, give them a place, give them an outlet. And your road to success is to create something of value which is unique in nature, which will come from this place of authenticity when it comes to your self expression, when it comes to the way you want to express yourself to the world. So we are moving away from a traditional way of being to unconventional. The Saturn Jupiter conjunction, which I spoke about in detail in the Aquarius season video as well, which is the part one of this video, that that conjunction on 21st of December is happening in air element. This is a conjunction which has not happened in this element for 180 years. So, on a global basis, the kind of industries that did well will change dramatically. The progress, the speed of our progress will change dramatically as a result of that. The innovation in the world will change dramatically. The pace of innovation in the world, it's like a new start of a new age. So, the kind of businesses, the kind of assets, the kind of investments, the kind of market opportunities that would do well over the course of next 20 years are going to be dramatically different from the last 180 years. And we are moving from the zodiac sign of Taurus to Aquarius. Taurus as an archetype is about traditions, it's about comfort zone, it's about security, it's about regular income. Aquarius as a sign is about independence, it's about big wealth, it's about being gainful, it's about a innovation, it's about caring about taking people along. So it's a shift in the element, it's a shift in how we need to be when it comes to our business, when it comes to our career. We are moving from a traditional setup of a business into an innovative way of being in our business, and you would be one of the zodiac signs, would be the zodiac sign which will create the assets that will be in line with that energy. So the task to you is to innovate in monetary ideas, to innovate in diets, to look at philanthropy opportunities, financial abundance through network, technology, revolutionary new ideas, investing in new technology through new technology, spending on the next big idea, the futuristic schemes of the world related to space, related to technology, related to social platform, related to digital currencies, investing in or reaping benefits from stocks, investing in a friend or a social cause or philanthropy. Sudden swings will be seen in the earnings if you invest in line with that energy. That's what I had to discuss with you, Capricorn. We also have a full moon happening, which I spoke about in a separate video on 9th of February, which will bring your focus to joint resources. So it will give you an opportunity to look at how you can create more value out of assets by combining your assets with another. It will give you ideas on how to reap benefits from others, because it's in the house of resources from others. So it will give you ideas on how do you merge your resources with other, how do you merge your talents with others, how do you get sponsorship from people, how do you get loans, how do you get monetary input from sources that are beyond regular income. So it will give you some ideas. This month is about ideation, it's about initiation, it's about laying down the roots of what's about to come in terms of your abundance of next 20 years. So leverage the next 14-15 days to search for those ideas, to search for the next big thing, to search for investments, to search for areas of growth when it comes to your joint finances with somebody. Look for areas where you can merge your talents, where you can leverage your network. Look for those things. Look for how you can use your self-expression in a freer fashion to showcase your talents, to derive more value out of your talents over the course of next 2 weeks. So February is just the start. We will see truly the structure pan out once your ruler Saturn moves into this area of your life from 21st of March. Then we lay down the bricks, we lay down the foundation, we lay down the solid investments, we lay down the formal paperwork, we start formalizing things and working on it. And again, Saturn is coming in your area of finances after 28 years. So this is a long-term transit. Your long-term abundance is being created when Saturn enters that area. But it is a gainful area of your chart. It's an area of your chart where you could work to create the wealth, the kind of resources, the kind of confidence, the kind of self-worth you have not seen before in the last 28 years. So it's a reset of a cycle for you when that happens. Good luck for that, Capricorn, and I'll see you in the next video now. Thank you.